welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Ormark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're still carrying on with our way back when. So it's basically pulling things out of your stash that you probably haven't used for a long time. And I'm using some of my absolute favourite old Stampin' Up stamps, and this one is, let me find out what it's called. It is, here we go, Faith in Nature. It was an old hostess set and I just absolutely love it. So I thought that we would do something with this one, but you can do it with any stamp that you've got. Just have a look at some of your older ones and go, okay, what can I do with this? So I'm using a background of Pear Pizzazz and just a mat which is 1/4 inch smaller. So you can do this on any size card you want. And it's going to be very simple, but I think very effective. So we're using Memento because that is a water-based ink, and we are going to be using blends or alcohol markers. So if you've got alcohol markers, that's what you want to do. And this is what they call a clean and simple card, which means that you've got a lot of white space and you haven't got a huge amount of you haven't got a huge amount of stamping going on. So we're just doing 3 images. Now they always say 3s are good. So what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 the same way up and trying to get them as even as I can, but it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. And then I'm turning 1 the opposite way. So you can do this with any image that you've got. And all you're doing is you're doing 3, so you've got 1 facing one way and 1 facing the other. So I can turn it over if I want to. So we could turn it that way up and we could have 2 leaves facing down, 1 leaf facing up, or we can have it the other way. It really doesn't matter. And again, that's what you would do with your images. So then we're going to look at the blends. Now I have got, because I fancied blending a few colours, so I've got light and dark Granny Apple Green. I've then got light and dark Old Olive. No, I haven't. I've got light Old Olive, and then I've got light and dark Mossy Meadow. So I think I will probably start with the lightest, and I'm going to use the light Granny Apple Green because I think that will give it a nice sort of colour. So we're literally just going to be colouring in where the leaves are, and doing it with blends is a really easy way of doing it because A, it's fast, and also it gives that professional finish. Now you can do it on watercolour paper and you can do it with watercolours, and again you can use any images that you happen to have. So I'm using this because I'm doing just a little series through August, which is holiday season, and just using stamps from my stash. And being a demonstrator for 6 odd years now, and being a customer before I was demonstrator, I have probably got over 200 stamps, and those are ones that I just can't bear to part with because I do pull them out for different occasions and things. And that's the nice thing to do. You know, you've got right, this is the light Granny Apple Green. I'm going to stop for a minute and I'm going to do a light Old Olive or light Mossy Meadow. I think probably let's try light old olive and see it. You want something that's a bit darker, but I want to show that you can use, oh yes, this is going to be quite nice. You can use other stamps. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking it down one side, because that's going to be where the light's hitting through from the right, so we want the other side to just give that little bit of shadow coming through. So I tend to draw a line through, and then we'll just give some little sort of strokes coming through, and then we can go back to the light granny apple green and just do a little bit of blending in on there, not a lot, but just a little bit in there, because I want the inside to be quite pale, because then when it dries beautifully. Okay, so we've just got 3 images. You then take your background piece, put it in like that, and that is all you need. Now, you can put a little sentiment or something in on there, or you can leave it as it is. Quite often it's nice to do note cards. We tend to put a lot of sentiments and things in, but it's nice not to always have sentiments. And I think that that works either way round. So you can have it this way or the other. Now, the words will be the opposite way, but I don't think it matters that much, because they're very sort of small and they just sort of give that, that bit on the side. So simple, easy, what's called clean and simple, using 3 image because the power of 3 balances it, and using some blends for colouring. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.